Good afternoon. Welcome to another episode of Final Whistle Breakdown, where the whistle might be blown dead, but the conversation is just getting started. Today we saw breaking news from the NFL world and breaking news from the sports world. Articles all around swirling from Mike Tomlin stepping down as the NFL head coach from the Pittsburgh Steelers after 19 years being tenured, one of the longest tenured NFL head coaches currently, and one of the longest NFL head coaches of all time. What a phenomenal coach, a true winner, culture changer, never had a losing season in 19 total years, hardly missed the playoffs only a couple times. Ever since Big Ben left, Ben Roethlisberger, he has had trouble winning in the playoffs, but he is done with the organization, and he thinks he's off to better ventures. I do believe that if he wanted to continue being a coach, he would be the belle of the ball of any coaching cycle this year, next year, or in 2 years. Similar in the manner that when Sean Payton wanted to be a head coach again, lots of teams were lining up on his door. This will be the same exact thing. For Sean Payton, the Denver Broncos were willing to trade a first round and a second round pick. Not even just that, they only got a third round pick in return. So the Pittsburgh Steelers still reserve the right to have him as their head coach if he was willing to go back and coach again. So that means he would either have to be released from those rights, which is more than likely not going to happen. Multiple teams will be willing to trade for him. We would only have to see in the future who would be willing to trade for him. A first and a second round pick to trade for a head coach is a hefty tag. But I will believe that many NFL teams that are in desperate, dire need of an NFL head coach for a culture change would be willing to pay that mark, maybe even more. They could willing to pay $20 million. The Las Vegas Raiders are in need of a huge culture changer, a culture shifter. Mike Tomlin could be a fantastic hire for that team. Not only that, but he would also be willing to make those players play harder entirety. This is something that is shifting the NFL landscape, and if he wanted to coach again, lots of teams will be changing their perspective on who they currently wanted and will be looking and shifting towards Mike Tomlin. Let's see in the coming days if he is going to shift towards the NFL world, not only for coaching, but he might go into commentary. He would be a great commentary, and this we will see. Thank you for another episode of Final Whistle Breakdown. Checking it out until next time. Have a good one.